There Are Billions is a real-time strategy tower defense game where you are on a post-apocalyptic planet in charge of making sure that your colony is able to survive the billions of infected people that want nothing but total destruction. Let me just start off by saying that the graphics looked absolutely amazing. Even when the colony is spread out to other areas of the map, there was no loss of resolution, there was no frame rate drops or anything of that nature. They built a custom engine just to accommodate the mass hordes that will be sent your way throughout your playthrough. And that's pretty awesome. Another thing that I really loved was the dialogue between you and your military forces when you click on them. They will give you a variety of one-liners such as,
"You order, you pay,"
and
"For the humans!"
I even chuckled at a couple of them, and I'm glad the developer put personality to these characters because it got me to care about them just a little bit more. I didn't just think of them as cannon fodder. The audio overall in this game was really well done. The notification narrator I thought was a nice touch because when I was in the nitty-gritty of getting my colony ready for the next attack on a different side of the map, it reminded me to go back to the now finished building to make sure that I had finished what I wanted to do in that area. The music also complements this game very well, especially the tonal change when an impending horde was beating down your gates. Now let's get into the gameplay, and I must admit that strategy games are not my strong suit, so I was a bit worried about trying this out. Once I actually started playing the game, I had a hard time stopping, and I can attribute this to pause mode. This allows you to pause at any point in time during the game so you can better plan out the tactics that you want to use in order to keep your colony alive. This mode helped me out when I was trying to divert resources and troops where they were needed without having to worry about the other 30 things that were going on. It's not mandatory, so those who just want to play it as a traditional real-time strategy game are free to do so. There are 3 main infected types: walkers, runners, and special infected. This also includes subtypes under these categories. You will have 6 different types of defenders for your colony. These include rangers, soldiers, snipers, Lucifer, Thanatos, and titans. As you progress through the game, these defenders will upgrade their skill set depending on how much combat experience they get. There are 4 map variations: Dark Moorland, Peaceful Lowlands, Frozen Highlands, and the Desolate Wasteland, with each offering their own set of environmental challenges. You can also set the duration of your gameplay, choosing from 150 days, which is the easy setting, to the brutal 80-day madness. And the population size of the infected ranges from a few to the maximum amount, which might I add is the nightmare mode. The score factor will adjust according to how you choose to play. Challenge of the Week allows players to compete with the rest of the community to challenge the high scorer on a survival map once a day. The online leaderboards will be displayed here, and you could only attempt these maps once a day. When the challenge is finished, or you die, you'll have to wait until the next challenge starts. I'm really glad they included this because it allows players to be able to try out different tactics to beat the infected while still keeping gameplay fresh. My only issue was with the controls. They take a little bit of getting used to since it's a scrolling cursor control scheme. There's a mini menu that pops up on screen when you start a map, but it's not up for very long. I would suggest giving the control menu a good once-over so that you know where the hotkeys are mapped on your controller. Once you learn the hotkeys, it becomes a lot easier to focus on the building and protecting of your colony. Overall, They Are Billions was way more fun than I initially thought it was going to be. Like I stated earlier, I'm not very good when it comes to these types of games. After playing this for an hour, I had a very hard time putting it down just to finish this review. The built-in and defense mechanics are simple but versatile enough to try different tactics with different playthroughs. Giving the defenders personalities really help you bond with your colony as well. The online leaderboards will keep you engaged with the game and also challenge yourself once you have completed all of the maps. For $20, I highly recommend picking this up just because you'll have hours of fun trying to survive the billions of infected that are headed your way. This has been Des, your video game guru, and I will see you later.